Algorithmic stuff. We've had some people approaching us saying, would you like to buy our business? Oh, well, we've got these algorithms. When you start unpicking it, takes about half an hour from experience, the algorithm is often X multiplied by Y equals Z. That's not an algorithm, and it's not algorithmic business. It's a very simple spreadsheet. But people are turning up saying, well, this is worth 3.6 million or 5 million or 2 million. So beware the algorithm that is not. But if you can genuinely create algorithms that will add value to the customer, that will say, well, actually, Miriam, on the basis of your exercise and your age and your diet and what you do, you're not 37, you're actually 63, or vice versa, then that becomes valuable, especially when you can prove the integrity of that calculation. And the concept of a bio-age or a bio-score, today there are hundreds of different people doing this, and if you do 50 or 60 different ones, they all give you slightly different results, but they're all more or less in the same ballpark because they all start from what's your current age. It's quite an interesting exercise if you put in a false age and put the other data in and see what you get. But the algorithms are starting to become incredibly important, as is monetization. How can we turn data, systems, knowledge that we now have of our members, or in any business to customers, into genuine money, and how we monetize that, rather than let's do something and we'll probably make money from it, but we don't know. And of course, on top of that, the whole concept of speed and innovation. We introduced the concept of the innovation den over a year ago now. Every quarter, we invite companies to come and basically pitch to us very quickly with, we've got some ideas that are genuinely innovative, that will be valuable to you as a global gyms business. It's not salesmen turning up selling stuff, it's people bringing innovation ideas. And by doing that, we get great ideas out, and people therefore have an opportunity of selling stuff to us rather than things we would never buy. I came up with this model in preparation for this session. So what does digital mean to us, and how does this pan out? Well, first of all, I think there's a block of activity in the digital digisphere about cost leadership. Digital means we can do it cheaper. I need less people. The machine does the work. Welcome to Skynet, as my friend the HR director keeps reminding me. He says, the people, we must keep the people. The machines will take over. Not true, let the machines take over. They're quite good at a lot of things. So how much can we do where the machine does the work? So our new digital model says the machines will do virtually all of the work. Today we have hundreds, possibly thousands of people selling gym memberships. So you walk into the gym and you go, I'd like to join. No problem, sir. It was 8 minutes to enter it into the sales system, and then another 8 minutes to enter it into the membership system, total 16 minutes. The average customer will only wait 3. Ergo, you lose lots of business just because you can't do it quickly enough. So we saved 1.8 million by moving to a different sales system, which was predominantly quicker and faster, and we saved 1.3 million from the data entry costs into a second system. It's about 3 and a bit million per year, which is not bad. Cost leadership. Can we achieve cost leadership? Yes, we can. Secondly, are we creating new products? So is it a new digital product? Is it even a replacement or substitution of a traditional product with a digital product? So for instance, in the gyms industry, are we going to create a digital gym? Totally different to having building, floor, machines, people in Lycra. Instead, it's on here. And actually, in a rather accidental way, without doing anything digital, British Military Fitness achieved that by doing stuff with rucksacks, the outdoor and hills. No gyms, all outdoors, but you're still achieving a fitness regime. So, product. Secondly, channel. Is it an existing or modified service delivered through a digital channel? So, for instance, in the gyms industry, rather than you coming in, I'd like to join, certainly 8 minutes, or even 3 minutes, do it online. So my new Joel 2 platform, which pops out on the 1st of April, unfortunate date I know, but that's the date we agreed, all online selling. So completely mobile. We can do a join in 23 seconds. So you're just sitting there going, my God, it's Christmas Day, I've eaten far too much turkey, I need to join the gym. Fitness first, click, 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 23 seconds and you remember, I got your money. Excellent, I've hooked you in. And we'll see in a minute, that becomes important. Then finally, are there any genuine market disruptions or market disruptors in the digital space. And of those, I think somebody like Nutanix, which powers our private cloud environment, so convergence technology. We used to have 10 data centers and 50 cabinets worth of stuff. God knows what it all did. We've now got 2, of which most are blank panels. And we've got 4 Nutanix boxes, which are about the size of a skybox, and that runs the world. So scale, technology, moving on, wasn't available a few years ago, probably wasn't available 3 days ago. Airbnb have probably genuinely disrupted the market in terms of the hotels industry. Uber have genuinely, I think, come up with some new products. People say Uber, it's a taxi company who don't own taxis. Actually, I think you find a lot of taxi companies don't own the taxis. They're owned by the taxi driver. So people saying that's a new model. No, it isn't. What Uber did was come up with a new channel, a far more effective booking method. So if you go and talk to Addison Lee and go, well, why didn't you guys think of this? Well, they'll say, well, we did. We had a perfectly good app, but these guys had a better brand, and they had a better idea, and the app was better. And actually, what have people at Addison Lee now got to do to react to that? The one that really interests me, though, is Amazon. And this was in the context of my former colleagues at Morrison's a couple of weeks ago, signing up the deal with Amazon. Very subtle announcement. Just, we've still got the Ocado deal going. Don't worry about that. That's for another 23 years. Incidentally, note to chief executives, don't sign deals in technology for 23 years. It can be difficult. So Amazon, going to deliver food. Just imagine the disruptive effect on Tesco's online, Ocado, Waitrose, Morrison's, insert supermarket name anywhere in the world. Amazon do the deliveries. All of a sudden you're buying off an Amazon site. You just killed everybody else. They'll buy the food wherever they want. Ambient product's easy. Fresh food is slightly more complicated. You need to strike a delivery deal in each region. As soon as they get going on that, Amazon will wipe everybody out. So beware, food retailers. The hard times are coming. But let's not think about the negative side of food retail. Let's think about the exciting side of gyms. The gyms industry is all about churn. So there we go, it's Christmas Day, you've had too much turkey, Morrison's have fed you well, and you're going, my God, I need to join a gym. We've got about 7 weeks from the afternoon of Christmas Day to sometime in late February to make sure we've got the sales for the year. A bit like, before Christmas, if you haven't sold the turkey on the 22nd or the 21st, you ain't getting the sale 3 days later. It's gone. You've missed the opportunity. And in the food retail space, you have either acquired the sales in that period and you only need 5 extra items as impulse buys to be the leader in the market in food retail. In the gyms industry, all you need to do is make sure from Christmas Day to mid-February, you are sucking people into the top of the funnel. They're joining, they're signing up for 3 months, bad case, 6 months, not bad, a year preferably. We've got you for a year, super, you're in. You then need to make sure that the people who joined last Christmas, who only came for a few weeks and then just carried on paying for the rest of the year, don't feel bad about it, and that you stop them dropping out of the bottom. You need to somehow get a cork into there. And the way we've done that is all about motivation and making sure that people are part of a club. So it's like being part of a sports club, gives you the motivation. You know the people, the PTs are nice, your environment's nice, there's some great interesting classes. Fitness is very fashion driven. I don't mean clothing, I mean it's fashion in the concept of the exercise regime. So is it this week hot yoga, naked yoga, is it spin, is it Victoria Pendleton? Pick a subject. There's all these new branded concepts coming out. You need to be in the market quick, deliver it before anyone else, grab people for your classes, get the members in, stop the churn. The minute you start getting churn, you've got to sell even faster to get more into the top for them to drop out quicker at the bottom. So statistically, Pure Gym, 2009, lovely company, biggest in the UK. Statistically, within 2 years, everybody who has ever been a member of a gym in the UK, irrespective of brand, statistically will have been a member of Pure Gym at some point because their churn rate is so high. Now the question is, what can you do to stop the churn? And fundamentally, our IT transformation has been about what can we do to sell more, sell better, sell harder, drop it in the top, and make that ice cream cone down to an absolute pinprick in the middle at the bottom, so you can't
you're not going to drop out at the end. And it's, again, all about motivation. And our digital gym product, Custom Fit, which you can download for free, seeing as we're all here, and you can use the Wi-Fi because it's quite large, gives you the motivation and gives you the ability then to do your own exercise regime. Now, I'm a runner. I don't give a hoot about lifting heavy weights. The guy who works in production management, he does, because he's a weightlifter.